Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with the Furthest Edge, the latest story chapter Lufenia Plus fight. We're starting off by tagging in my buddy Blind Eye, occasional livestream co-host and dear friend of mine. Say hello to Blind Eye, everyone. Hi, Blind Eye. Starting off, we have a team here of Vayne, Bartz, and Kain. We are officially in garbage time, folks, and this fight is going to be a bit of a pushover. Let's see how low we can get the turn count. The friend here is pretty great because her call is heavily neutered, but as a friend unit she can tag in, apply her debuff thanks to debuff start, and get out real quick. So we're going and setting up our debuffs, getting all squared away, and sending Kain into the sky. Bye, Kain. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, ring that notification bell, and leave a comment down below with the most creative thing you've seen with this fight. I want to hear what folks are doing to make their own fun, as they say. Say goodbye, Blind Eye, everyone. Bye, Blind Eye. Nice thing about Fran LD is that free skill means we can just spam AAs once we're done and get her out of there real fast. She's done her job, she's dropped that incredibly loaded debuff, and it's time for Vayne to go to town. Dropping that BT effect. And with Bartz, we're just going to stall out, so there we go. Alright, no boss turns, here we come. I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed this story chapter. The cutscenes were pretty unspectacular, just, the usual kind of story stuff. But as a Final Fantasy V fan, I enjoyed very much the homage. There was, we were in Exdeath's castle, we were in the Abyss final dungeon kind of area. The boss, of course, here is Twintania from Final Fantasy V, with the fight actually representing the Twintania fight pretty well. There was even I don't know if you noticed, the mid-boss of the dungeon was a Catable Pass, which is a enemy in a summon that you can get in Final Fantasy V. I actually used the Catable Pass summon quite a bit in my own time playing FF5, so that was just, I don't know, I really enjoyed that. It made me it warmed the cockles of my heart, as they say. I guess that's why we play this game, isn't it? Fan service. It felt very much like some good Final Fantasy V fan service, even down to the way it resolved with the Exdeath thing and him goofing up and not understanding the power he was dealing with. It was kind of very FF5 stuff there. Anywho, we have set up properly. So we're not going into the burst. This is gonna be a dumb burst phase, let me tell you, because functionally with the Vayne burst effect rolling, the Sid Reigns effect, the Kain follow-ups, we're doing like something like, what? I want to say 8 HP dumps per action, something ridiculous like that. Like, we're doing about 1 million damage per button press, give or take. It's kind of insane. As we said, we're kind of in garbage time here, so we can really cut loose and go absurdly to town, but this may be one of the most goofy setups I think that I'm personally capable of with my roster, and it feels good to pull off, I must say. We'll see after this fight. I might come back and try to do it and see what happens if we give all the bosses turns and how we fight it conventionally, so to speak, use less power. Because I felt very good about doing that in the Saz fight, as I've said before. That felt, very choose your own adventure. The burst, like the 1% team thing I did, super easy, super fun, got it out of the way. But when I went back and did it, tried to challenge myself, it ended up being very rewarding and fun. So we'll see if this fight can do something similar. That recast looks like it could be nasty, so we'll see how that goes. Here we go. Big sword. Boom. I love this. I love that. I love that animation. 8.5 million damage. Not bad, Vayne. Certainly not bad given how old he is on the BT Plus side of things and how underhyped he was. But I mean, sorry, I just got done talking about how shitty Jagron is, and so I'm kind of like in a weirdly defensive mood. We're in the summon now so that we can minimize our turn count, and because what else are we going to do? We get some free damage in there with Kain's AAs, because we're going to be sending him back to the sky in a second. Yeah, we even got a free Vayne BT proc. There we go. And now Vayne is just going to kind of ride this effect and take us to the finish. Really simple and straightforward here. The bosses have zero mechanics to stop us from doing this. At least the Saz fight, they had those brave gains. We are really very much in garbage time now, guys. The orb is kind of interesting. Range weakness damage, meaning you have to range imperil. We have a couple of ways to do that. Or a similar version to the Drawn orb with the stack debuff. So, like, if you are trying to play the fight conventionally, let's say, not green burst it down or zero turn it, even if you are zero turning it, you have to do something to account for that orb, and I appreciate that. I like that these fights are not overly challenging, but do require, you know, you have to check a couple of boxes to make it work. So I can respect that. We'll see. I mean, I might get bored of just, you know, 7-turning all the bosses from here on out. We'll see if I change my tune in a couple weeks, but for now, this ended up being pretty fun. At the end of the day, who doesn't love a goofy-ass no boss turn, low turn run, I should say. I saw Clay's already done a 2-turn run of this, so there's that. Anyway, there we go. 7 turns. Utterly overpowering, but there we have it. It's a duo fight, guys. Look, it's a duo. No, seriously. Anyway, thanks again, Blind Eye, for the Fran. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and Happy New Year. Adios.